is Tom fucking Hardy. Alrighty guys, we are back and today we're going to be talking about Legend, the new Tom Hardy movie directed by, I can't remember his name. It's directed by some dude and I shouldn't say that, hold on. As I'm doing this, which is really unprofessional, Brian Helgeland, I don't know. Anyway, Legend is directed by him, is starring Tom Hardy, and it stars Tom Hardy as the Cray twins. These were real gangsters in the real 1950s and 60s London, and Ronald and Reginald Cray, and they're twins, and Tom Hardy plays both of them, and one is a completely psychopath schizophrenic, and the other is a cool, calm, collected gangster. And yeah, there's your movie. It's these two guys, and Tom Hardy is absolutely fucking incredible. He is Tom fucking Hardy. I just feel like I have to put a twang on that. But he's incredible in this movie. The way he plays these two roles, the way he interacts between the two roles, the way he interacts the two characters together, the relationship that he's like single-handedly formed between these two characters is just fantastic, and he just nails the personalities of both of them down. You know, obviously you have the schizophrenic, so he's a bit nuts, and you saw it in the trailer. He's just this complete nuts, over-the-top guy, and then this calm, cool, collected business gangster man. He's fantastic. And honestly, at that point, he's really holding this movie up by himself. Not saying the supporting actors are bad; they're serviceable. They do their jobs fine. But the biggest problem with this movie is the script and the pacing. The pacing, I'll say for one, is really off. I mean, you'll have points in this movie where you got this really emotional scene that you're invested in, and then it'll cut. Maybe that's more editing, but whatever. But it'll cut to one of the twins or both the twins just having this quirky, goofy, funny conversation. You're like, it doesn't really flow. I was getting emotionally invested, and it didn't give any time for those moments to breathe, which was just really disappointing. And then there was just certain scenes where the direction was off, and I was just like, I felt like that could be done better. But the script to me is what really let it down, because this movie almost didn't know what story of the craze it wanted to tell. I mean, you're introduced to Reginald Cray's wife, and she does the narration of the movie, and you're introduced to her as almost the main character. Almost you're seeing it through her eyes, or how she sees the twins. But at the same time, there's a lot of scenes where she's not in, and then you're just seeing the twins being the twins, and so you're not sure if this movie's a love story between Reggie and her, or if it's a story about brotherhood and, you know, never leaving your brother behind, and, you know, nobody's ever going to tear us apart and that sort of thing, and, you know, I'm not going to betray my brother sort of thing because, you know, he's schizophrenic and whatnot. So I just felt like those plot points just either had to focus on one. Is it a love story, or is it the story about these two brothers? You had to focus on one, go after that, and then you could use the other to intertwine in that story and get invested in that story, instead of having these two separate stories try and cross over constantly, and that is not going through and nothing is connecting as much as it should. So that's probably the biggest disappointment for me in the movie. But overall, I'm just going to say it. Tom Hardy is fantastic. He is amazing. This movie is worth checking out specifically because of him. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get an Oscar nomination. I'm not going to say Oscar, but an Oscar nomination for this movie. He is fantastic. Just go out and see it. It is definitely worth the watch. And with that being said, guys, I have a little lovely offer for you. Thanks to Studio Canal, I should mention those. These are the guys that got me a press screen for this movie. And they also hooked me up with these 5 double passes to go see Legend. So if you're interested in seeing the movie and you like seeing movies for free, hit me up. This is Australia only, because, you know, it's Australian cinemas. All the details on the back there, but it's the double passes, so they admit 2 people. You can go check out the movie for free. What more can you want? So if you're interested in picking up one of these, just get in contact with me, message me on YouTube, comment on YouTube, and I'll get in touch with you, get some way of sending them over to you, and that's that. So if you're interested, get in touch. And with that being said, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button straight down below. Make sure you comment down below. What's your favourite Tom Hardy performance? He's had a lot. Bane, his role in Inception, Warrior, all fantastic. He's one of my favourites working today. So let me know below. Oh wow, that was awkward. Let me know below what your favourite Tom Hardy performance is. And with that being said, guys, my name is Liam Mulligan. Oh, and subscribe. That's important too, subscribe. My name's Liam Mulligan. I'm out.